In this video, we are going to look at how to divide two complex numbers. So a review of complex numbers. A complex number is anything of the form a plus bi, where a is the real part and bi is the imaginary part. So you can add two complex numbers, you can multiply two complex numbers, and you can also divide two complex numbers. When you're dividing two complex numbers, like what we're doing here in letter C, this is from number 10 on your quiz review. To divide complex numbers, big picture, what I want to do is get rid of the imaginary part of the denominator. So to do that, what we do is we multiply the top and the bottom by the conjugate of the denominator. Conjugate means you take your complex number, you keep the real part the same, and you make the imaginary part opposite. So in this example, our complex number is 2 minus 3i. So its conjugate would be 2 plus 3i. So this is what I'm going to multiply the top and the bottom of the fraction by. And the reason why I need to multiply both the top and the bottom is basically now I'm just multiplying by a fraction of 1. I have the same thing on top and bottom, so I'm multiplying by 1. It's just a fancy version of 1. Okay, so doing that, we're going to have to multiply out, which is also a good review on how you multiply two complex numbers. So we're going to distribute 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 3i is plus 3i, 4i times 2 is plus 8i, and then 4i times 3 is plus 12i squared. Okay, I'm going to come back to how to simplify that numerator in a second. I'm going to multiply out my denominator now, so 2 times 2 is 4. Then I have 2 times 3i is plus 6i. Negative 3i times 2 is minus 6i. And then negative 3i times 3i is negative 9i squared. So now simplifying this right off the bat, I can see here plus 6i minus 6i cancels. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Now, remembering from previous lessons, we know that I squared is equal to a negative 1. So wherever you see an I squared, you replace it with negative 1. So right here is an I squared, and right here is an I squared. This is 12 times I squared. So what I have here is plus 12 times a negative 1, which becomes minus 12. Down here I have negative 9 times a negative 1, which becomes plus 9. So when I'm combining together my like terms, my numerator I have 2 minus 12, which is negative 10. And then I have 3i plus 8i is plus 11i. The denominator then, the imaginary part's canceled. I have 4 plus 9, which is 13. Then we have to go one step further and divide the 13 into both parts. So that's where I say that we love math. We make a heart out of it. Negative 10 over 13, if you divide that and put it back as a fraction, it stays as negative 10 over 13. Then you're going to do 11 divided by 13, and you include the I. And this is your final answer.